Hi, and welcome to an all-new episode of Coffee with America. I'm Sasha Rionda. Traveling in the fall means unique and affordable options, making it the perfect time to plan a getaway. Here with tips for planning exciting fall adventures is travel expert Rachel Rudwall. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So explain why fall is a great time to plan a vacation.
I've spent almost 20 years traveling the world as a TV presenter and a TV producer, and I've done it in every season. The fall is the best because it is shoulder season. It's no longer peak season, which means it's less crowded. It's more affordable. There's more space for activities, and you get the bonus of the beautiful fall colors. So I'm excited to share some fall travel tips.
And what's one way to guarantee a successful trip?
Whether you're looking to unlock new memories or find a new favorite vacation spot, where you stay matters. So I always recommend the Trademark Collection by Wyndham. These one-of-a-kind hotels are in amazing destinations all over the world. Plus, there are a number of incredible properties and gaming destinations as a part of their partnership with Caesars Rewards. So think hotels with luxurious spas, dining, and world-class entertainment in vibrant cities like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and New Orleans. And best of all, Sasha, anyone tuning in can earn Wyndham Rewards points on every stay to help get you that much closer to your next free trip. You just go to trademarkentertainment.com.
Sounds great. And what about a nice seasonal destination?
I am from the Midwest. Michigan has my heart for the fall travel. It has these two spectacular fall peninsulas that make it the best place to see fall colors and really savor fresh fall flavors. With 19 million acres of forest, Michigan offers brilliant oranges and yellows and reds each fall that make the perfect backdrop for a scenic drive or an outdoor adventure. And this season, Michigan's inviting travelers to slow down and immerse themselves in all of fall's splendor, whether that's uncovering hidden gems, immersing in local culture, or enjoying fresh produce straight from the farm. You can plan your fall trip at michigan.org.
Gotta love Michigan. You're a seasoned world traveler. Can you give us one of your top tips?
A top tip for the family is to ensure that you're getting good sleep. I know that it's really hard to travel with a little one and have sleep get disrupted, so I recommend that you pack Boron's sleep comb so you're prepared for jet lag and any other disruptions that come with traveling. This melatonin-free sleep aid's formulated for kids ages 3 and up, which I love because I have a 3-year-old. They've got portable pre-measured liquid doses for the kids and melt-away tablet form for adults, so no matter who you're traveling with, this is a travel must-have. You can go to boronusa.com.
Ooh, that's a good tip. And where can we go to learn more?
To learn more about everything we've talked about today, just go to tipsontv.com.
Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
National Gumbo Day gives us a great excuse to celebrate the flavors and culture that go into creating this amazing dish. Chef Madonna Broussard is teaming up with Louisiana Tourism to showcase what makes the state unique and special. Madonna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure to have you here. So why celebrate National Gumbo Day?
National Gumbo Day. It's the reason to celebrate here in Louisiana, or actually here in Lafayette, Louisiana. You got to start off, you got to make a roux. Gumbo is our love language. So you know, when the temps go low here in Lafayette, Louisiana, we're going to make a gumbo.
Well, why not, right? Are there different varieties of gumbo?
There sure are. There are certain different varieties of gumbo. You can have your chicken and sausage gumbo. You can have your seafood gumbo or a duck gumbo. Either way, they're all pairing off with a really good roux. You got to start a roux off low and slow, making that with all your good spices of Trinities, onions and bell peppers, celery, starting off that gumbo. Really, really good.
Well, they all sound delicious. And can you explain the difference between Creole and Cajun cooking?
Certainly. I'm Creole, so I can explain that very, very easy. So if I would make a Creole gumbo, I would start off with a really good blonde roux, ending off making it rich in color and adding all my good seafoods, my smoked meats. And also, because I'm Creole, I would be definitely adding okra to it. Really, really good. Paired together. A Cajun gumbo. All those things I just mentioned, of course. Your Trinities, you're definitely, I would say, it would be a darker roux, deep in flavor, rich in color, and adding duck or just adding any good seafood and smoked meats to that Creole or Cajun gumbo. Either way, they're both paired really well with nice fluffy rice.
They both sound delish. I have to ask, do you have a personal favorite gumbo recipe?
I sure do. My personal favorite is chicken and sausage, adding seafood. All rich in flavor, really, really good. Sasha, you gotta taste that. You gotta taste that seafood gumbo. That's what I would call it. My favorite. Also with nice fluffy rice, of course, and potato salad. You gotta add a scoop of potato salad either on the side.
Yum. What's your connection to Louisiana's culinary story?
My Louisiana culinary story runs pretty deep. My grandmother was Laura. We own a restaurant here in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm a third-generation restaurant owner, serving up good gumbo, rice, and gravy. When you come to Louisiana, you got to check me out at Laura's too.
Absolutely. And where can we go for more information?
Head on over to explorelouisiana.com or come to Lafayette, Louisiana, and come see me.
Chef Madonna, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up, a promising new treatment and the fight against breast cancer.
They line up by the thousands, each one suffering with a story that breaks your heart. Like Rivette, who needed help because every step brought her pain. Their only hope is a ship unlike any other, Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, to bring free surgeries and care for people who have no other hope. Only 62 cents a day, $19 a month, will help provide urgently needed surgery for the world's forgotten poor. If you have ever wondered, how can I, just one person, make a difference? This is your answer. So many are still suffering, so don't wait. Call 877-426-9096 or donate now at mercyships.org. That's 877-426-9096.
Emeril Lagasse here, and I'm so excited to tell you about my French door Air Fryer 360. Extra large 26-quart capacity. Cook with up to 70% less calories from fat than deep frying. That's a big deal, my friend. 360 degrees of superheated air gives you fast, even cooking. My 10-in-1 French door Air Fryer 360s grills, air fries, dehydrates, roasts, bakes, broils, proofs, slow cooks, and toasts. This baby does it all.
These French doors are a game changer. Look at how easy that is.
Now find out how you can try Emeril Lagasse's French Door Air Fryer 360 with 3 cooking tiers, fetch tool, air frying rack, and drip tray in your home for 30 days for just $14.99.
Order now and you'll also get Emeril's Air Fryer Favorites recipe book.
And we'll automatically upgrade you to our bonus cooking kit free. Plus, find out how you can get free shipping. This offer will not last, so call or click now to order.
You're gonna love it. I guarantee it.
If you or someone you know has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So Rob, please share with the viewers at home, who should be calling in right now?
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
In the fight against breast cancer, one persisting myth is that patients are done with cancer after finishing their initial treatment. However, for many, the risk of cancer coming back is a significant and lifelong concern. Breast cancer survivor Asla Gonser and her oncologist, Dr. Nikita Shah, are here to share more about a new therapy aimed at reducing that risk. Thanks to both of you. Asla, tell us, why did you participate in the clinical trial and what was your experience like?
Well, once I was done with my treatments, including chemo and radiation, Dr. Shah mentioned to me that there was this trial that could help reduce the risk of reoccurrence of cancer, and of course none of us want reoccurrence. And so I participated in the trial not only to help myself, but also to help others in the future reduce their risk for reoccurrence. And I followed the instructions that Dr. Shah gave me to take the medication, and I luckily had no side effects. So it worked out great for me.
Well, that's good news. And Dr. Shah, what does the FDA approval of this treatment mean for those with EBC?
So early stage breast cancer is, highly curable, but there is the real and prolonged risk of recurrence for patients. And a drug like this, when added to endocrine therapy, helps reduce the risk of recurrence. What the NATALEE trial showed us was a 25% relative risk reduction. And that is huge. So now we have one more thing that we can offer our patients in an effort to reduce the risk of recurrence, because we know that with all the treatments that we have today, once there is a recurrence, there is still no cure.
Okay, well, that sounds promising. Where can people get more information?
The website is Kisqali.com, and everything that you need to know about the NATALEE clinical trial, the drug, side effects, monitoring is all on that website.
To both of you, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The drama series 3 Women is based on a best-selling novel and follows a grieving writer named Gia, who sets out to interview 3 ordinary women to tell their stories of sex, love, and loss. John Patrick Amadori plays Gia's love interest, and we're happy to have him join us. John Patrick, so glad to have you here.
Hi, Sasha. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. So tell us about this role and what drew you to it.
Well, there wasn't really a lot to go off of at the start. I only received 2 scenes out of context, and I just threw what I felt through the words on the page felt like to me. So I auditioned for a Tuesday, and I got the job on a Friday after doing a Zoom read with Shailene, and it just started from there. It was fairly easy to kind of just do whatever the page said to do and feed off of that. And as the project progressed, learning more about the world just got more invigorating for me.
Hey, pretty cool. A 3-day turnaround to get a job. Sign me up.
I'm not complaining.
Now, as the title implies, the focus of the show is women and their experiences. Behind the scenes, all the directors were women, and the main writer is a woman. What was this experience like for you?
Well, I've actually been really fortunate to work with a lot of women in the past and films and television, and I find that I get along with them very, very well. They're very intuitive. Women are very, just very intuitive is the word. There's an intuition to the human emotion that was needed very much so for this storytelling specifically, that I really don't think the show could have been told any other.
Very cool. No pressure, right? I'm a woman. You're surrounded by women. But good. I'm glad it was a great experience. And I understand your first role was in the movie Almost Famous, and you got the part by sending Cameron Crowe a video of you playing a guitar. Is that true?
That is true, yeah. It was an open casting call. My mom was like, "You know the movie Jerry Maguire?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was making a new movie. Let's film me playing guitar. And I talked about music and how it was universal and how we can all relate to it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where that came from. I was just 11 years old, and that's what music meant to me. And then a couple weeks later, they called, and Cameron was writing a role for me to be in the film.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm sure Mom was very proud for paying for those guitar lessons, unless you were self-taught.
I was self-taught, yeah.
Oh.
I played by ear. Yeah. I play all my instruments by ear, yeah.
Very good. Well, John Patrick, we can't wait to see you in action, and thank you so much, and continue to love all the women around you.
Always, forever and always. Thank you so much.
Next, we're getting a sneak peek at the new action movie, The Killer's Game.
Does shopping for bladder control products have you feeling like you need someone to be on the lookout for you? Now you have your privacy back. We're HDIS, and we home deliver bladder control products directly to you. We're always on the lookout for you. You get free shipping in plain, unmarked boxes. So your private matters stay private. We understand how you feel. For over 35 years, we've delivered bladder control products to millions of Americans, just like you. You don't have to worry about incontinence any longer. Call now for your free product sample pack and over $45 in money-saving coupons. At HDIS, we're always in stock. We carry all brands in hundreds of styles and sizes. You'll be sure to get what you need, guaranteed.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog and $45 in money-saving coupons and free product samples, call 800-257-1709. That's 800-257-1709.
If you don't have final expense life insurance, this message is for you. LifeCare provides valuable information about whole life insurance to help cover final expenses, medical bills, burial costs, and other final expenses. A final expense life insurance policy is fast and available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exam, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral costing $9,420 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses. Your premium will never increase. Your policy will have a cash value and a death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense life insurance with a lifetime lock, call LifeCare at 800-576-1581. That's 800-576-1581.
They line up by the thousands, each one with a story that breaks your heart. Like Rivette, every step brought her pain. Their only hope, Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, bringing free surgeries to people who have no other hope. $19 a month will help provide urgently needed surgery for so many still suffering. So don't wait. Call 888-458-8595 or donate at mercyships.org.
Renowned actor Idris Elba invites you to bring your impossible. The global superstar shares how the United Arab Emirates has become synonymous with talent and innovation, where entrepreneurs bring their boldest ideas and turn them into reality.
I come from an environment where it was a working class environment. And so everything that I decided to, become was dreamt in this sort of like, that's impossible. It's almost impossible to consider myself when I was 10 that I'd be a world-known actor, a world-known DJ, a producer. So I relate to Bring Your Impossible because there is no such thing. Everything's possible. Anything that human beings can think or see within their heads is possible. When I come to Dubai, when I come to the UAE, I'm definitely impressed on how it feels like every corner of the world. You come here, there's every type of culture here, there's every type of infrastructure here. And I think the UAE and Dubai especially has become what it has become with those principles extremely quickly comparatively to the rest of the world, and continues to push the boundaries. So I really relate to the idea of bringing your impossible because I'm one of these people that think that nothing's impossible.
Bring your impossible to the Emirates.
When a veteran assassin is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, decides to take matters into his own hands and order a hit out on himself. But when he changes his mind, he must fend off an army of former colleagues to save himself and the love of his life. We're excited to have director J.J. Perry and Marco Saror, who plays one of those trained killers, here for a behind-the-scenes look. So glad both of you could join us. You both have significant martial arts training and have actually worked together on several movies. JJ, I'm wondering if that creates a kind of shorthand that makes things easier.
Absolutely. It's the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And when you have someone like Marco and who's like an ace, you don't really have to worry about that. You just create opportunities for him to succeed. And I was very fortunate with my cast to have so many aces in my hand.
So you've got all these aces, and they all have fight experience, correct?
Yeah. I mean, yes. People that I've been working with for years, and I actually wrote the Botas character for Marco. We wrote it for Marco. He wasn't even called Botas in the beginning. It was called Zaror. And Scott Atkins' character, I had the two unintelligible Scottish brothers, the Mackenzie brothers. The party girls were two of my homegirls, and even Palm is an old friend of mine, Daniel Bernhardt. So yeah, I just reached back into my Rolodex and looked for a bunch of allies. You're going to go somewhere and get into a big fight. What do? Call all your friends, come help you.
Absolutely. And Marco, your fight style in this movie is great. I personally love it. It's dancing. I love when you put in earbuds and then start fighting to music. Did you choose a dancing style, or how did that come about?
Yeah, well, that's started because JJ told me, hey, I have this friend back in the day when I used to fight and compete, that he wear his earphones, and he was a beast fighting. And without them, he was not the same guy. So he was like, I want to homage that. And then that started the idea. And then, of course, I started research, and we started talking about and end up finding that flamenco was a very sexy style that can work for the character. And that's how we started. And trying mixing up these footsteps of dancing into the fighting and martial arts was very fun.
I love that. And in so many movies, the bad guys just appear and then are hurt or killed, and you don't learn anything about them. But here, all of you have fully developed backstories. That must have been a great experience for you.
Yeah, well, actually, that was the beauty of this, that through the music, in my case, I was able to kind of go deep and understand why he's singing, and that gave me a whole idea of creating this backstory for me, to have the intention behind the movements and have that passion and fire and why he was doing that. So for me, it was a very nice opportunity, even though with couple scenes, still being able to come with a human being, why he's dancing, why he's having this music thing, and it was a fun thing. And I think every villain in this movie, and I think that's what I think is very cool, JJ was able to bring that. Like every villain you can feel that they have a story. It's not just a bad guy dying. There's much more than that. You can create a whole movie of each of these characters. You can feel, so that's pretty cool, I think.
Wonderful. Thank you so much to both of you, and best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Stay there. Coffee with America. We'll be right back.
Now there's a product that sears food, stirs it, even shreds it for you. Introducing the PowerXL StirMax Multi-Cooker with a built-in auto stirrer that gives you the freedom of adding your ingredients and walking away and coming back to meals that cook up to 60% faster. No more stirring food. StirMax technology automatically rotates the paddle clockwise, then counterclockwise, so it stirs it for you. Powerful enough to even shred food. Then the 7.5 quart pot goes right to the table to serve. With a premium ceramic coating, nothing sticks. And it's dishwasher safe. Now you can try the PowerXL StirMax Multi-Cooker with lid and recipe guide in your home for 30 days for just $14.99. You also get the steamer and rice basket for healthy meals, StirMax serving spoon that snaps in place for easy serving, and $100 in free grocery coupons. We'll even ship your order, all absolutely free. This is an exclusive TV-only offer, so order now.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
If you don't have final expense life insurance, this message is for you. LifeCare provides valuable information about whole life insurance to help cover final expenses, medical bills, burial costs, and other final expenses. A final expense life insurance policy is fast and available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exam, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. To find out how you can get final expense life insurance, call 800-390-5455.
The new daily half-hour true crime series, Crime Exposé, premiered recently, and it's already a big hit. We're happy to have host Nancy O'Dell to share more about the show. Nancy, many people know you from Entertainment Tonight, but you started your career as a crime reporter, right? What made you want to go back to this?
I did. It's kind of a full circle moment. Started in Charleston, South Carolina, and then in Miami, Florida, where I did the police beat and investigative reporting. And I always thought it was something that I would eventually go back to. It's something that I thoroughly enjoyed. I found it fascinating how detectives and cops did their work, and to determine especially something as serious as a murder, to figure out who actually was the perpetrator. I always thought that was just beyond fascinating. Thought I was a police woman for a while, because in Charleston they would let me go along with their rides and their drug busts, and it was just, their work was very interesting to me. And now is the right time, I think. True crime is probably the most popular genre out there right now. A lot of the same audience that we had for Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood is also the audience for true crime. So because I have the background in true crime and I have that same audience that is a wonderful, loyal audience, hopefully they will follow to see me doing a different thing that I really enjoy doing. And they're going to love the twists and turns that this series takes you in. It's great storytelling. We have tremendous producers. And you do get the resolve at the end, and you get it in a half an hour series that's going to be airing daily. So it's the first time true crime has been done in that way, a daily show in syndication.
Very exciting. Why do you think there's such a big demand for true crime content?
Well, I think the fascination with it is the storytelling and the fact that these things actually happen and the fact that they happen in real life. Because sometimes you're really shocked that these things could take place and you can't believe what the world has come to sometimes. And to see the police and detectives and how they figure it all out, it's like watching some scripted show, but yet it's not. It's real life. And then one thing that I love about this show is that at the end, and research shows that a lot of people watch these true crime shows because they want to learn how not to become a victim. So we take that one step further in our show, and at the very end of the show, based on the story that we've just told you about, the murder that has just happened, what could you possibly do? Some tips to take away to prevent something like that happening to you. And for example, we have a realtor who was just doing a job and had to take a complete stranger into a house to show the house because that's what she does for work, and wound up being kidnapped and then murdered. Is there something that you can do to protect yourself? If you have that kind of job, if you have a job where you have to interact with complete strangers, be a realtor or somebody else. And we do give some incredible takeaways there that will help people learn and hopefully prevent some of these things from happening in the future.
I love that. And that was my next question, the safety spotlight. It's such valuable information. How did the idea come about?
It was actually one of our partners, Michael Eisner, who had suggested that, and he's such a smart man, having done so many things with Disney, and he thought it would be a great thing. And then we were all like, that is so true, because you do watch these things, and you do want to learn something from them, and you realize that a lot of the crimes are not crimes that are they're shocking, but they're not so unusual that you could see it happening in your hometown. You could see it happening because sometimes they're crimes of circumstance. And it's little things that we could tell you. I mean, like, I think we had one example of a lady who was sitting in a car waiting for her daughter to come out of a practice. And how many times do all of us do that? I mean, I do it all the time, right? So what could you be doing to be aware of your surroundings or to prevent possibly there wound up being a carjacking that took place in this episode? And what could you do to possibly prevent that from happening to you? But I think that we see ourselves in this series of things that, maybe could happen to us, and what can we do to protect ourselves? And hopefully we do give some tips away that will prevent it from happening to somebody else.
Absolutely. Nancy, best of luck with the show, and thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, that does it for today's Coffee with America. Thank you so much for joining us. If you missed anything, you can find it on our website, coffeewithamerica.com. You can also follow us on social media at Coffee with America, and you can follow me as well at Sasha Rionda. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.